Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sandra Ali in for Karen Drew. First at 4, it's time to make sure you are ready for more high winds. In fact, we could see gusts of up to 50 miles per hour by this time, and in fact, definitely by tomorrow morning. We saw the damage winds can do last weekend. Paul Gross is standing by with the first forecast. And Paul, I know you're tracking a wind advisory.
Indeed, I am, Sandra. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be quite as strong as what we saw on Saturday. That's the good news. The bad news, we don't need any more wind. So this wind advisory covers the entire area. The timing is from 10 o'clock tonight until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. I think the better chances are actually late tonight through early afternoon on Thursday. The gusts could be between 40 and 50 miles per hour. And of course, our concerns are down limbs and power outages like we saw this past weekend. So make sure you keep those devices charged tomorrow, your cell phone, your iPad, things like that. Right now, those stations reporting wind gusts are not reporting very strong gusts, only to around 20 miles per hour. But look at the temps. Most of us are in the 50s right now. Those 50s stick around through the evening and it stays dry. But again, we have another significant severe weather outbreak to talk about as well. Sandra, we'll talk about all of this in greater detail in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Paul. Michigan right now remains stuck in a very frustrating coronavirus rut. Local hospitals can't believe what they're seeing during this ongoing surge. The new case numbers may offer just a glimmer of hope. The state recorded more than 11,000 cases of COVID-19. That's in the past 2 days. The daily average, about 5,800, has fallen more than 2,000 since last week. Plus, the latest 7-day positivity is down 4 points, falling to 17%. But local hospitals are concerned about the volume of COVID patients in the health systems. We got this update from Henry Ford.
We continue to see a rise in our hospitalizations with COVID patients. As of this morning, we have a total of 500 patients with COVID, either in the hospitals or waiting for beds to be admitted. This represents about 34% increase in just the past month. And these numbers are not easing off. These are not coming down, and we are very, very concerned.
Also today, the state is reporting an additional 330 deaths in Michigan connected to the virus. This week, the United States has seen the total number of COVID deaths pass 800,000. The entire Oxford Community Schools district remains closed for the rest of the week after a new threat was made against the middle school yesterday. Last night, the school board unveiled new security measures that include a new zero-tolerance policy. Any threats that seem remotely connected to violence will now be referred to the administration and also police. The school will also start requiring clear backpacks and will hire an extra security guard in every school building. Coming up today, new at 5, the Defenders take you inside the new plans, and we'll also talk about the emotional sense of security the district is trying to provide for everyone. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin could be facing more time behind bars after a new guilty plea. This morning, he pled guilty to federal charges of violating George Floyd's civil rights. Now, cameras aren't allowed in federal court. This is video of Chauvin's state trial where he was convicted of murder and manslaughter for pinning his knee on Floyd's neck and killing him in 2020. Depending on sentencing and good behavior, the new guilty plea could add about 6 years to Chauvin's time behind bars. No sentencing date has been set just yet. From the air and on the ground, President Joe Biden now getting a first-hand look at tornado destruction in the state of Kentucky. His visit comes very early in the recovery, and more than 100 people are still unaccounted for. Kimberly Gale is in the newsroom today tracking the president's visit. Kim?
Hi, Sandra. Good afternoon to you. The past 5 days must have been the most stressful, heartbreaking, and frustrating days the people of Kentucky have ever known. Today, President Biden is putting the focus of the federal government squarely on this tornado disaster. The president flew into Kentucky a few hours ago, and from a helicopter over the town of Mayfield, he could see firsthand the scope of the town's destruction. More than 30 tornadoes tore through Kentucky and 7 other states last Friday night. At least 88 people are dead, and thousands of residents lost their homes, and many homes that are still standing don't have power. Biden says he's come to listen, and he's impressed with how people are coming together there.
The way people just come out of nowhere to help as a community. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. That's what America's supposed to be. There's no red tornadoes or blue tornadoes. There's no red states or blue states when this stuff starts to happen.
The president also pledged federal aid will continue to flow in the weeks and months to come. He is still in Kentucky right now. Sandra, we'll have more from his visit tonight when you join us at 5. Until then, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Kimberly, we'll see you then.
Absolutely.
The Federal Reserve is ready to raise interest rates and just laid out a much more aggressive plan. The Fed says it will start tightening credit for consumers and businesses even faster than it had planned just a few weeks ago. It's also going to shrink monthly bond purchases and will probably stop them by March. The Fed says it expects to raise interest rates up to 3 times in the new year. So that means consumers and businesses would pay more to borrow as well. All of this, of course, in response to rising inflation and falling unemployment. Congressional Democrats have avoided a debt ceiling crisis without any support from Republicans. The House passed a bill overnight to raise the nation's ability to borrow by $2.5 trillion. It took some fancy footwork as Congress passed a separate bill allowing the Senate to raise that ceiling with a simple majority vote, which it did yesterday. Republicans say they're taking a stand against too much spending. Democrats say the country can't be allowed to default, and much of the debt comes from COVID relief and spending during President Trump's administration. Ballet dreams are coming true in Detroit as the Dance Theater of Harlem returns to the Motor City. Last year, COVID put a pause on the chance for local dancers to get up close and personal with the troupe. That's really helped break down color barriers. Paula Tutman was there today when one promising dancer caught the eye of the masters.
So obviously I'm speaking quietly because there are dancers behind me, and these are actually students who are getting a master class by Dance Theater of Harlem. And they're not just learning from the masters about dance, but also getting a bit of a history lesson. These students at Detroit School of Arts weren't even born yet when black people were actually being told.
In the 1940s and the 1950s, it was believed that black people of color,
that the body of African American descent was not built for ballet or classical dance. It's why Dance Theater of Harlem was founded by Arthur Mitchell in 1969 at the height of the civil rights movement.
energy. You have to put some energy behind it.
Today, there is no body type or race that defines excellence in dance.
Do it like you do all your TikTok dances.
There is only excellence in dance.
They got energy then.
And the cream of the crop, Dance Theater of Harlem, made 2 stops at Detroit schools to teach a master's class by true masters like Robert Garland, the resident choreographer and director of the DTH school.
Who's this? Who's that? You know, what's the prospects of them possibly coming to New York City, which would be wonderful.
Ballet has its own language, its own vernacular, and even small tweaks make big differences in movement. And these are not kumbaya classes. Yes, each student is celebrated and treated kindly, but dancers are athletes, and there is a science to getting the art right.
Be a little late, dancers, a little late there. Right, there we go. Breathe and go, 1.
The class was very challenging, and I feel like it pushed me to a different level in not just dancing, but performing as well.
But this is also where a young man, also named Arthur, gets attention that could change his life.
Plie 3 to the back on 4. Ronajam 5 and 6 and 7, and we close back. Same thing from the back. Down, oh, okay, yeah, right. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Particularly little Arthur in there, who looks like he's ready.
Anna Glass, a dancer from Detroit, also lights the path as the executive director of Dance Theater of Harlem. And she says this training goes beyond dance.
Mr. Mitchell loved Detroit. It was one of his favorite cities. And he felt very strongly that this art form was a tool that would allow our children to go on to bigger and better things. He was not interested in creating an army of ballet dancers. He was interested in creating an army of citizens that could become doctors and lawyers and would contribute back into our communities.
Paula Tutman, Local 4.
They are impressive. And the Dance Theater of Harlem returns in January for a slate of performances coming up at the Detroit Opera House.